Happy New Year. New Year improved me. I wouldn't say new, but I'm here. And new ideas, kinda. So, I finally got my driver's permit. I got a car. It's a Chevy Trax Active. My mama also has a Chevy Trax, but mine has the power adjustable seats. Only the driver's side though, which kind of sucks, but at least I have it. And I can't tow anything. I wanted a truck, but I'm so tired. There's one thing I hate about living in Oklahoma. All the uppity Oklahoma's like East and West Germany. You should see the people around here where I live. Uppity West German SOBs. They're driving big vehicles and big trucks and big vans that cost more than their house. Oh, their house. Some of them got big houses. Some of them have like $200,000 houses. Oh, and I get to have cataract surgery at the ripe age of 34. Yep. I don't want to have surgery, but if I'm gonna have to have the surgery, I may as well do it and get it over with. So this video, hopefully it doesn't stop recording. I was trying to hide the viewfinder because I have ADHD and I keep looking at everything around me. Look at the TV, look at the lens, look at the viewfinder, look at Lou, who's sleeping. Anyway, I want to talk about cameras because I was gonna sell my Z6 III and get a different camera because you can record in 6K with the Z6 III, but the problem is it overheats. So I have to buy a fan. If I have to buy an accessory for something if I have to buy something to make something better, then it sucks. If I have to buy a fan to make my camera record longer, then the camera sucks. I hate to break it to people. I hate to break it to everybody, but I'm sure you know that already. Every camera I look at, they either the image is cropped, or the ZFX30. I was going to get that, but that camera has a micro four thirds sensor and a digital crop. No, take a full frame sensor and then make it like 10% bigger, and then crop it by 10%. That way you still get the, you don't have to, whatever. Take a full frame sensor, whatever size that is, and then make it 10% bigger, and then crop it by 10% so you still get the full frame, cheat a little bit. I don't know. I'm sure they've tried that. Oh, and what is it? I'm 34. I still got all my hair, and I cut it. I cut my hair, and I cut my beard. I did it for me. I did it because I wanted to do it, and not because everybody else says I should do it. No. If you tell me to cut my hair, and I cut my hair, I'm doing it because you said to, not because I want to. That's not how things should work. People should do things because they choose to do it. And before I get back to cameras, I'd like to ask a question for people in the comments. So let's say you want to be invited somewhere. See, I was told you weren't allowed to go anywhere unless you were invited. So I don't like to ask to go somewhere. Like every Friday I go to Bible study, not every Friday, because, I can't drive yet, and I don't want to ask somebody to pick me up. I want them to want me there. I want somebody to text me and ask. So the question is, I want to be invited somewhere, and I'm upset that I'm not getting invited. But if I tell somebody that, and then they invite me, it's not a real invite because they're inviting me because I want them to invite me. So they don't truly want me to go. It's not a real invite. Am I the only one? Leave a comment if you agree. Anyway, back to cameras. I want everything and some more. Is the problem. I want to be like the big YouTubers, and I'll just say his name, Linus Sebastian from Linus Tech Tips. I want to be him. I want to record in 6K or 8K, and I want to upload the video in 4K, and I want no crop. I want no overheating. I want no limits. Seems like if I want that, I'm going to have to get some $4,000, $5,000 Steven Spielberg wannabe frickin' camera. I'm tired. I want no limits. I'm not going to buy. I've had the Atomos Ninja 5 or whatever it is, the thing that I'm not doing that. Yeah, I'm gonna record with a monitor so my camera doesn't overheat. But then I have to make, if my camera's not recording, I then have to make sure the camera stays on while I record. That's one of my problems with the Ninja 5. I record with the monitor, but then the camera will sit there and go to sleep. And the camera doesn't know why thinks I'm not recording a video, so it doesn't know. And that's a pain. Again, if I have to have something to make, if I have to buy something extra to make the main thing better, it sucks. And another thing about cameras, battery grips. Why is it I have to remove the battery inside the camera to then attach a battery grip to put, no, I want 3 batteries. Cut that little chimney off, put a USB-C in there, and let me plug it in. Let me have 1 battery in the camera and then 2 more batteries in the grip. Let me have 3 batteries. Why can't I have 3 batteries? Why is that so hard? Yeah, when they crop it. Oh, by the way, there's apparently there's apparently a snowstorm coming. It's coming from the northwest, I think. I don't know directions. I don't know where north, south, east, and west is. I can't remember. Anyway, yeah, it's looking kind of spooky outside. I'm trying not to jump around. I'm trying to be better. But, let's see. I want more batteries. I don't want to have to, I should have 3 batteries when I add a battery grip. And see, I like wide angle lenses. That's what I was going to talk about. So this one I got is a 16 millimeter. So let's say if I put a 16 millimeter lens on the camera and it's cropped, that means it's like 18 or 19 millimeters or what. No, I want all the lens. If anything, I should put a 16 millimeter on a camera and get a 15 millimeter view. I should get improved and even wider anything if it's going to change, but whatever. You know, if I have a 16 millimeter lens on the camera, I want 16 millimeters video. I'm not sure why I like wide angle lenses. I think knowing me, I probably feel like I'm missing out if I have something if it's not wide angle. But yeah, my dream lens is a 1 millimeter to 1,000 millimeter lens. You need a wheelbarrow to carry that thing. Can you imagine? You'd have to have a wheelbarrow to carry the thing in and hire a power lifter to move it. I like to see my little niece, my oldest niece is about this big, about as big as my Aunt Vera, great Aunt Vera. And she's a power lifter. I'd like to see her lift one of those. It'd be bigger than like this big, that lens. A 1 millimeter to 1,000 millimeter. But I'm so tired of limits. It's either the sensor is small or it's cropped at certain frame rates. I want 6K, 120 frames. I want MOV and ProRes. I want to stick. And, you know, it'd be cool if you could put an M.2, one of those M.2 2280 SSDs in a camera. Just stick that in there. But yeah, I want, if I'm gonna have to have a CF Express, those cost too much, by the way. Those cards cost way too much. You want me to pay $2,000 for a 2 terabyte card? I understand what I'm getting. I understand what it is and but $2,000. But anyway, if I stick a 2 terabyte compact flash in this camera, I want to record for 20 hours. Now we need to get rid of this XFAT and FAT32, and somebody needs to come up with an idea. And you know that this might sound crazy. I think the cameras are overheating because they're not fast enough. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and end the video now because I have a fan on this camera, but I'm seeing in the viewfinder it's starting to get hot. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you later.